pink the most common color in the majority of doll lines, first popularized by Barbie way back in the day. It's everywhere. You can't escape it, whether you like the color or not. Hello, it's Veronica here, and I kind of want to show my Rainbow High Shy High Pink dolls, as well as just talk about my opinion on the color pink, because I feel like I'm really in the minority here. Like, I've been noticing how many Rainbow High Pink dolls they've been releasing, especially with like very repetitive pastel color schemes in the Rainbow High rebrand. And I just want to show like the line's handling of the color pink. So originally the Rainbow High line mainly had like one main pink girl, and that was Bella. These are my Bella dolls. And this one I'm customizing TI Miko from Genshin, but she's like a duplicate of like Series 2 Bella. We have right here. And this is my Cosmo Ball Bella, and you can tell it's Cosmo Ball Bella from her eye makeup. Because look at this gorgeous, like, dramatic eye makeup. It's so pretty. Like, this Bella has one of my favorite faces I've seen on any of her dolls. Just because I love the more intense makeup. I love how different and unique it is, and just how much it makes her stand out. And even this outfit on her makes her eye makeup absolutely pop, in my opinion. And then there's her junior high doll from the junior high rock band line. And this Bella is really cute for a rebrand doll. Like, I know she has the thing where, oh, she has like some streak of another color in her hair, but like in this case it's just really cute and adds to her little rock star outfit. It just makes her look very 80s. Just really adorable. So those are my Bellas. And now kind of moving on to my other pink dolls. And like I said, I don't have every Rainbow High Pink doll. I barely even have all that many of them. So my perspective with this is really, really limited. And so for my favorite Shadow High Pink doll, who has a color theme really close to Bella's, it's Carla Chapette. And her hair color is slightly different from Bella's, because while Bella's is a little bit more pinkish, hers is just and like icier and even paler than Bella's. And she practically looks like the like Shadow High equivalent of an albino person. But other than that, like, just her jewelry is so nice. She also originally came with gloves that I use in restyles on occasion. But like, all of her outfit pieces are just phenomenal, and this remains like probably my favorite pink doll in the Rainbow High Shadow High line, just because she looks so good. Look at her. Look at the color theme on this doll. It's such a brilliant usage of the pastel pink that I just can't get over how good this is. Like, it's pastel, but it's not overly bright. It's not trying to blind you with how colorful it is. It's just really beautiful and pretty. Just like it needs to be. And this is incredible to see. And then while we're in the lighter pink section, this is my mini Choi doll, and we're gonna customize into Madoka Kaname. I'm just really terrified to even try cut bangs on her, but right now I have her hair like in pigtails. And I do kind of want to keep her hair longer for the Goddess Madoka look if I ever want to do that or recreate that, but really gorgeous face. Just look at how soft the lip is and the eye makeup, and just so pretty for like a pink doll. And I do have her in Cosmo Bella's outfit with some pieces from other dolls to make her look like more Madoka's make it look more like Madoka's magical girl outfit, kind of like a classic cosplay of that. She looks gorgeous in this. Like, she looks so pretty. Not to mention just the like Sakura pink hair that isn't like super pastel but super bright either, and it's such a perfect shade of pink. It's not hard on the eyes. It's really soft and gentle and beautiful. And this shade of pink really hasn't been seen like in the rebrand, other than with the underwhelming reproduction dolls of the Royal 3, which are underwhelming because just they're dolls, but coming with less stuff than they originally came with, and less articulation and less detailed clothing, which is just so offensive and horrible in my opinion. I think going through the list, Pinkley Page and Priscilla Perez were released in lines that were kind of released around the same time. Like, Priscilla was from Rainbow High Series 5. Then Pinkley Page was from the New Friends line, which was released around the same time. But even these dolls, you can see so much difference in their hair colors. And they both have that girly, feminine kind of style. But, like, there's definitely differences in how extravagant it feels. And Priscilla, like, I know one of my followers on Twitter, like, she's one of their favorite dolls, so Priscilla always makes me think of that person. But Priscilla in her own right is like definitely one of the better Rainbow High Pink dolls to exist, in my opinion, because she does neon pink in a way where it's pretty, but like it's not overwhelming on the eyes. Because when you're dealing with like flamingo pink like hers, or like anywhere in the neon pink territory, it can seem overwhelming. But with her, it actually looks really surprisingly good. And honestly, I love her for that. Like, she's gorgeous. And then going into the like Shadow High like neon pink doll. This one is Mara Pinkett. I reviewed her on my channel a long while ago when I was working on completing my Shadow High collection. I do have her two bandmates as well, but Mara is a doll that at first I found a little overwhelming with her color scheme, but like when it's balanced out with the black, it actually looks really good and it makes her look a lot better. Like, yeah, she's a very her shade of pink is very, very bright. But she is from the like neon shadow line, so yeah, it makes sense for her to have the neon. And does balance out what well with the black, which is nice. And you'll see this with like both of her outfits. And then next to her is Daria Roseland, who is one of my personal favorite Rainbow High Pink dolls they released. I love her darker reddish pink. I love the fashions on this doll, and her second outfit is especially incredible, one that I have used on so many dolls. In fact, the heels on the Madoka custom doll are like her original second pair of heels. But she's in her first outfit because I tend to like her better in her first outfit. And the black lace on the dress is so nice. Like, she's such a great Rainbow High Pink doll, and definitely one of the strongest like black dolls in my opinion in Rainbow High line. just with how pretty and unique she is and how well she represents her color and her theming. And then next to her is one of my least favorite Rainbow High and Shadow High dolls, excluding anything from the rebrand, Pinky James. I don't know, like, to literally to appreciate this doll, I hated her original outfit on her so much that I just put her in Mara Pinkett's like second outfit with like socks from Nicole Steele with her like original little gamer girl boots. And honestly, I'm fine with this look for her. It looks she looks fine, but it always annoyed me that like they gave her these darker eyebrows when her hair is not that even that color. Like the black or brown or whatever color that is nowhere else in her color scheme, and it just feels really weird. And it feels real like way too dark compared to like what her hair color is. And I don't know, I feel like I never quite bonded with this doll too much for some reason. Even though she isn't as like underwhelming or like or weird looking as Diamante is, in my opinion. Like at least this doll is really soft like braids and doesn't have the like weird tinsel hair situation Dia has. But yeah, I'm sure you know who one of my two least favorite Shadow High dolls ever is. Now, the next to her is one of the stronger Rim High and Shadow High Pink dolls, in my opinion, which is Lola Wild. So Lola is a doll from the Costume Ball line, just like Costume Ball Bella. Because like each like because like Rainbow High in the show, Rainbow High had like a contestant for Costume Ball and Shadow High had one as well. So the colors like balanced out. Like for Robin you had Eliza. For Violet you had Demi. And then for Bella you have like Lola Wild competing with her. And like my Lola is like not restyled. She has her original hairstyle with her original curls, and like this doll is gorgeous and absolutely a standout among all of the like Shadow High and Rainbow High Pink dolls, in my opinion, because her curls are phenomenal. Her face is just gorgeous. Look at this face. Look at the brown eyes. Just look at the makeup. It's so good. It's so pretty. It's like it's literally like darker pink bordering on magenta done right. And then you have the whole like bubblegum pink like kind of like outfit like with the fur accents and the tweed and stuff, and looks really good and cute on her. And this is an outfit that also looks cute on Veronica because it complements her like purple nails and her makeup a little bit. So yes, I tried this outfit on Veronica, and it is a great outfit. It's gorgeous. It's so good. And Lola's awesome. Lola's amazing. I'm sure you noticed that I don't have, and while I don't have every single Rainbow High Pink doll, I didn't bother getting them all when they were on store shelves. So to explain, pink is not my favorite color. It's a color that I feel is way overdone in the doll world, is a little overrated. And something I liked about Rainbow High is that, like, while there was at least one pink doll in every line, or like a red doll when there wasn't a pink doll to be seen. Like I was never really a full on completionist with it, so I skipped a lot of the pink dolls. Because which looking back on it now, I kind of regret that because some of them, like Brianna Dolce, are especially gorgeous examples of dolls with like bubblegum pink color themes and stuff like that. But like, pink is not my favorite color. I normally have a preference for dolls for colors that are darker, more goth. Like my favorite colors are literally black, purple, well, like really deep dark purples especially. I love those shades. And then also like really deep reds and like midnight blue and like really deep dark colors like that. And very few of the pink dolls really capture that vibe for me. Even if Carla is stunning in her own right, like Carla is literally like my ideal pink doll, and I love her for that. I love how she takes this super common like pastel pink color scheme and just turns it into something really beautiful and ethereal and unique. But yeah, pink is not my favorite color with a lot of doll lines, and it's kind of similar to blonde hair dolls for me, where a lot of times I will overlook dolls that are like blonde or dolls that are pink themed because it's been done a million times before. And they're just not the most interesting to me. And I tend to gravitate to dolls that are like more purple or goth or a little edgier or have more unique, darker color schemes that aren't so common to find. So this brings me to the Rainbow High rebrand. And I'm sure you're noticing, why do I not have any pink Rainbow High rebrand dolls other than Junior High Bella? I just never really felt that 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 drawn to them, or I never really felt like I had to get them. They just didn't feel like must-haves to me. And while dolls like Leilani and Dawn are at least unique with their color themes from like Sparkle and Shine Series 2, where Leilani is kinda that represents that like that pink that is like almost like a magenta, but not quite there, not quite into full on purple territory. And then there's like Dawn, who's literally like bright neon pink, but like almost like salmon pink, kind of similar to dolls like Pinkley Page, but think way brighter of a color scheme. The rest of them are all just like straight up pastel pink. Like straight up, they straight up look like color scheme clones of Kaya Hart and Brianna Dolce, but done in a way where it's like they just don't look as interesting as those dolls that came before them. Another thing I noticed with a lot of the pink dolls in the rebrand, especially if there's any gimmicks and stuff, is they will try to add like rainbow highlights to their hair. And with other colors, this doll is Genevieve, and and you can tell her highlights are kind of unique with like a brighter color scheme that matches the really bold like sapphire blue of her hair pretty much, and her colors and her whole kind of like edgier look. Yeah, Genevieve's one of my favorite rebrand dolls. Deal with it. But there's a doll in her line that literally looks almost the same as like Kaya Hart with the color scheme, with the hair. Like you literally have like a little this such a similar shade of like pastel pink with a lot of similar shades of the pastel rainbow, and it's just like the moment I saw Adeline Rose, I was like, she looks like Kaya. She looks like Kaya Hart. They look so similar to each other. And then there was And then there what was Rosetta before her, who had like a base hair color extremely similar to Brianna Dolce. But like they gave her all these like pastel and neon looking rainbow highlights in her hair when no other doll in her line had those highlights. Like, I get it with Adeline because every doll in the like Bedazzling line has the highlights. But like but why does does Rosetta even need them? Especially whenever her doll is so bright and colorful. She looks like, for someone with like sensitive eyes, like you need a warning before looking at her with the amount of color on her. And then after that, there was this one Bella in the rebrand, her Rainbow Shimmers doll. And they gave that doll like these kind of bright pastel-y rainbow highlights in her hair to where she almost looked like Amaya with how light her hair tends to be. And there's a lot of people who feel like that is one of the prettiest Bellas in the rebrand. Despite the whole like part of thing with her having a leg gimmick and needing to rebody her. But the fact that like this one version of Bella looks, if you don't look at the makeup and just like the hair blend alone, looks almost Amaya like, that is just not a good sign. That is just like you can tell they're just adding the rainbow to her hair for a gimmick in that one line, and that's it. And then if you've been paying attention to the leaks recently with and the doll news around the Room High line, I'm sure you know about the Paris line and the budget line for that, and of course Bella's getting another doll in the Paris line, which from the looks of it seems to look pretty good so far, and the outfits seem to be really cute. They actually do like give her straight hair for once and like make her hair texture different than how it normally is, which is nice. But Kaya in that line, we need to talk about Kaya and her two dolls in the rebrand so far. So Kaya Hart is a character from series 1 or like was it between like series 2 and series 3? I know she was Rainbow High's first like special edition doll who was like Valentine's Day themed. And like she was like, and in the tradition of giving a lot of their like special edition dolls like rainbow hair. Like the Devious Twins were originally special edition dolls. Jet Dawson is a special edition doll. And both those dolls do have rainbow hair in their own right. But Kaya was the original doll to represent the like pastel rainbow aesthetic with her hair, where like it was all very like Easter and springtime colors blended in with this really pretty pastel pink that was formerly very different and unique to her at the time, which I feel like nowadays with the way the rebrand is, that color is not unique to just Kaya anymore, especially dolls like Adeline Rose existing. But yeah, that was originally Kaya's like color scheme. The pastel pink, the little hint of red in her outfits to hint at that theme about love and stuff, and just, yeah, very, very specific with that. I'm sure if you've seen the images for her Paris doll, a lot of people have mixed thoughts on it. Personally, I cannot stand the outfit on that doll, but the face would honestly look fine if she were restyled. Like the base doll doesn't scream this is bad or this is garbage. And then you see the face on her budget doll and the hair on her budget doll, and it looks so much better than her Pretty in Paris doll that it's like, I just find it interesting that they use the doll with the better face up that looks more like herself on the budget doll and not on her Pretty in Paris doll, which is bigger and just more expensive. But yeah, Kaya is returning for the Rainbow High rebrand. And this makes the number of pink dolls in the recent lines alone extremely unbalanced. Because you have Adeline Rose, you have another Bella, and you have Kaya getting 2 dolls. And we all know that Bella already gets a lot of dolls in the rebrand. Like, and like all her dolls in the rebrand tend to have face ups that don't stand out as much as her older dolls to me, in my opinion. Like every one of her dolls in the rebrand has lighter pink eyeshadow, lighter pink lipstick, or like lipstick in like some shade of pink that isn't as dark as like some of her older dolls. And it's just like her makeup looks too soft compared to her older releases. Like, take one look at Costume Ball Bella. This was her original doll that was like a special edition and like a special outfit and everything. And the makeup on this doll is definitely very standout for her doll releases. Like, look at that eye makeup. Look at how intense and pretty that is. Like, look at the detail on the lip color. And even her Series 1 doll, like, the makeup isn't completely, like, super soft. It's still a little bit dramatic. Her rebrand dolls just, they feel soft. They feel like they've been sensitized to a point that it's like, that doesn't feel like her anymore. And personally, I am hoping that, like, Bella's Pretty in Paris doll at least does have, like, a little bit fancier makeup, but if she doesn't, I'm definitely gonna be a little disappointed. Like I have been with a lot of the face-ups for her recent dolls. And Bella, especially, her dolls, before the rebrand ever happened, they used to feel special because like before the rebrand happened, all the main girls had a similar amount of dolls out, but Bella didn't have as many dolls as the other members of the main 8 or even Amaya. Her dolls weren't as common to find. But like of people that they were sought after because her hair is easy to dye because it's so light for customizing, and she's just such a pretty doll in general that people wanted more of her. People wanted more Bella dolls. People were upset whenever she didn't get her runway doll in the Fantastic Fashion line, when everyone else got that, despite there being an existing fashion sketch of what her like runway dress would have looked like. Like, people were that serious about wanting more Bella dolls. And then the rebrand happened, and the more dolls she got, I feel like the less special she feels. Like, a lot of her rebrand dolls just don't hit the same like her older dolls did. Like, it's the kind of doll that you could pick up for a kid and be like, oh, it looks beautiful, it looks really pretty. And of course, kids like it because it's pink, it's cute, it's girly, it's feminine. And while Bella always was girly and feminine, there was more to her than just that. And the rebrand just really lost that. And even with the other like pink dolls that repeat the whole like pastel pink and pastel rainbow color scheme, and how much those dolls will like just kind of blur together in my mind just really says a lot about like the lack of color variety with the pink dolls in the rebrand, especially with the sheer amount of them compared to every other color. Like look at the ones like from before the rebrand, and even though I don't have every one of them, you can just see the variety of shades of pink here. You can see them having really light shades going to darker shades of pink. But the rebrand just feels so limited and so restrictive, and I just really hope that MGA is able to see the lack of variety in the shades of pink in it and just go back to producing amazing, beautiful dolls with a good variety of hair colors and color themes. And I have way too much of a soft spot for Rainbow High to ever quit collecting it. But I just want to say that I'm just disappointed with the current direction of the line. And I did read somewhere before that one of the first signs of a failing doll line is when they start putting characters who didn't formerly wear pink and more pink, or like introducing more pink characters out of nowhere. And I just see this with Room High Line every time I think about that. So I wanted to showcase my like collection of pink Rainbow High dolls, but also just kind of talk about this. So goodbye, mysterious audience. I love you, and I really appreciate you watching the channel. And that was just me talking about how I feel about the like Rainbow High pink dolls and how they're a little bit overrated and overdone, and how they don't feel special as they used to anymore.